Welcome back, my beautiful, amazing people from all around the world. This is Bannick 13, your creepy uncle. It looks like the Demon Hunter class in this week's Challenge Rift. This is Challenge Rift 92. Let's have a look and see what we're dealing with by clicking on the soul mirror here as per usual. For those of you that don't follow me on Instagram, make sure that you follow your creepy uncle, Bannick 13, on Instagram. That way you can keep in touch and see some of the crazy antics I get up to outside of gaming and outside of Diablo 3. That's Bannick 13 on Instagram. So, the Soul Mirror is revealing everything we need to know here, and of course, it's an Unhallowed Essence full set. For those of you that aren't aware, the Unhallowed Essence set, or every set pretty much in the game, has been buffed and changed dramatically. Most of them have been buffed to increase damage, but this one here has some other changes. So let's just quickly go through the set bonuses before we start talking about how to complete this challenge rift. So for 2 pieces of UE, or Unhallowed Essence, your generators generate 2 additional hatred and 1 discipline. For 4 pieces, gain 60% damage reduction and deal 60% increased damage for 8 seconds if no enemy is within 10 yards of you. So obviously, the further away you are from enemies, or making sure that you keep your distance, the more that we benefit, and we definitely benefit from the 4-piece set bonus there. But the biggest one here is your 6-piece set bonus. Your generators, Multishot and Vengeance, deal 350% increased damage for every point of discipline you have. So more discipline we have, more damage we do. And we're using Multishot here, but for some unknown reason, the player hasn't opted to go with Vengeance. I don't know why. It's one of the main things that's lacking here to really make this build thrive. Maybe the person just wanted to make this a challenging Challenge Rift run. That is definitely a possibility, but there's a lot of things missing on this character that could really make it an awesome build and an awesome, powerful character. So there's no Vengeance being used, and having a look at some of the gear here, they don't have a Yang's recurve bow equipped, which is probably the most important item required for a multi-shot build of any kind. You won't really see any builds out there that don't have a Yang's recurve equipped. But anyway, for whatever reason, maybe they just want to make this more challenging. I don't freaking know. But there's no Yang's recurve there. And I mean, Dead Man's Legacy definitely goes hand in hand with Yang's recurve, and it's definitely pretty important for the multi-shot build, but it's definitely lacking if it's just here on its own. You need Yang's recurve here. But anyway, we're still going to do this. We're going to complete it just fine. And the other important skill that's missing here is there's no Vengeance, but we'll get to that in a second. Anyway, Kenai's Cube, so you got Brisa do Kanyanyan, we got Gloves of Worship, and we got Bulkathos Wedding Band. Nothing really makes that much sense for this this build at all. With your skills, we've got Hungering Arrow, we've got Evasive Fire, Sentry, we got Companion, Multishot, and Vault. So, I don't know what this person was thinking, to be honest, but anyway, but let's just keep on moving, keep going forward. Steady Aim, Sharpshooter, Archery, and Blood Vengeance is being used for your passives there. So pretty much our primary damage dealer will definitely be Multishot, and you can definitely throw down a Sentry or 2 Sentries as you're coming across elite packs to really increase some damage against elites. Your resource here for hatred is going to be kind of difficult to regenerate, because all I'm using is Evasive Fire. I'm ignoring Hungering Arrow altogether. We only need 1 resource generator, and that Evasive Fire is usually my go-to with Focus, which is like probably the one thing this player has done correctly for this build and this character. So Evasive Fire with Focus, and then we're definitely going to be using Multishot as a damage dealer, vaulting around for a bit of movement speed increase and mobility, but you don't want to deplete your discipline too much, because that also increases your damage the more discipline you have. So vaulting is definitely pretty handy for increasing movement speed a little bit, but also for mobility and getting out of sticky situations and not taking too much damage, because if you are, it is quite a squishy build, this one. Like, there's a lot of things that this player hasn't done to really increase survivability, movement speed increase, damage. Like, it's all just lacking. Like, everything's just very frustrating as a Demon Hunter fan. Now, the first thing that I do is just kind of change things around here, because it's just so dumb the way that it's set up. I usually like Multishot here as my as my primary damage dealer to be on, you know, my mouse skills, and this person for some reason has Hungering Arrow and Evasive Fire there. I don't know why. So at least now with Multishot, and I'm not even going to use freaking Hungering Arrow. I don't even know why this person has that, but I just like being able to click with Evasive Fire and then also Multishot there, as you can see. So what you want to do, just to give you a quick demonstration before we go into the challenge rift, is use your Vault for your mobility, and then bang, Multishot, bang, 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 Multishot, and Evasive Fire just to regenerate that hatred. So as you use Multishot, you can see there, your hatred's running out, but use Evasive Fire and you get it back. So you don't want to go around spamming Multishot on this character, because it's just not built well. You don't have the skills or the items required to really regenerate your hatred in an efficient manner. So just take it easy, just let off the occasional Multishot, especially when there's elites around, and then use your Evasive Fire to get that back. And once you do run out of hatred completely, if you do spam it a bit, you come across an elite and you've just pretty much depleted your Multishot, your hatred because of your Multishot, then bang, just activate your companion there, and oddly enough, something handy for this character is you instantly gain hatred, and also this bat companion that we summon helps us actually increase our hatred regeneration. So it's definitely something very handy for this character. Other than that, I would ignore Hungering Arrow completely. We're using Vault just to get around, bit of movement speed increase, and then bang, you just want to use your Multishot to kill things, and Evasive Fire to get your hatred back. And then if you do run out of hatred, then just time your companion there really well so you can regenerate that hatred. And that's pretty much it. You can also definitely use your Sentry here just for some increased damage against elites. But it's not a huge increase. It's not going to help you that much. As you can see there, that's my sentries working on their own. They're not really doing anything. So once you do Multishot, that's what kills everything, like you just saw. So look, realistically, you could completely ignore your sentries altogether. You don't have to use them at all, but just for a bit of increased damage, you can definitely use them against elites, but you can totally ignore them. All you really need to know about is Vault, your focus for hatred regen, Multishot, your primary damage dealer, and of course your companion. If you're out of hatred, it'll buff it back up a little bit. Anyway, enough babble for the minute. Let's go on in, do this one together. So many videos that I want to make, and tonight I'm going to go to the movies to watch Us, the brand new movie by the director of Get Out. So this is a horror film. Can't wait to watch it and review it. I'll probably do the review tomorrow morning. I don't think I'll be in any state to do that review tonight, but I'm definitely watching the movie tonight. If all goes well, I can review it tonight and then just edit my footage tomorrow. But most likely I'll be hungover because when I go to the movies, I have a few drinks, a couple beers with popcorn. It's awesome. And then I'll get home and I'll just pass out and I've got to work tomorrow. So I definitely don't want to be up too late. But anyway, more on Us a bit later on. Let's go on in and do this challenge rift together. Love you all. Don't forget, Instagram, Panic13. Alright, we're in and we're vaulting. I like to vault through pretty quickly and then bang, just Multishot. Be careful with the elemental damage because this is quite a squishy build. Like I mentioned, it's not very good for survivability, so just be careful, keep your distance. Remember, we are a ranged class. Demon Hunter, ranged class, so you want to keep your distance and Multishot from far away. Having said that, sometimes enemies do come close to you, but for the most part, try and keep your distance. Oh, as you can see, we do take a bit of damage. Make sure that you use Vault. It's a great mobility tool, great mobility skill, and that'll definitely help you to avoid damage and get out of hairy situations, especially when there's like elemental stuff going on the floor. But other than that, let's just keep on moving forward. We're pulling ahead of time already. It is pretty easy this week. It's just like set up so stupidly. It's frustrating for me. Oh, get away from me. Why'd you run straight to me, you stupid release? Anyway, we've got our orbs there. So Pylon is just up here. I do kill trash along the way, just letting off multi-shots and then just regenerating there with evasive fire. And whenever possible, pop that companion with that companion. That'll increase your hatred regen as well. But right now we've got the pylon there, so we're not using any resources. So take advantage of that and just spam the hell out of Multishot once you pick up that pylon there. Right at the start of floor 2, and then we're going to power pylon here. Just to power through even more. So plenty of elites. We're powering through pretty easily. Just watch that elemental stuff. The elemental damage will kill you. If you're caught in an explosion, it'll kill you as well. I will not do that. But if you keep your distance and just, you know, keep your enemies at bay and cast your multi-shot from as far away as possible or as ranged as possible, you're gonna power through this pretty easy. So I don't think there's any elites here. I'll just do a bit of damage and kill some enemies. So I can save some time. Let's go on to... Oh, don't forget the pylon here. Shield pylon, pretty handy. So now we can't die. So now even if enemies do come closer to us, it reduces the damage that we do, but we can't die if they hit us, or we can't take damage as long as that shield pylon is up. It would be good if we can pop the Rift Guardian with that shield, but I think we're going to just miss out. Maybe if we killed more trash, I don't know. I mean, that's something you can experiment with, everyone. Some of you might be looking for an awesome time. I just do this and make a guide for each challenge rift every week, just to serve as a mere guide so you can get your materials. It's not really focused on getting the best possible time. But there's nothing wrong with being competitive if that's what you really want. But I just find that I don't really want to keep replaying the same challenge rift over and over again. Like Diablo 3 is quite a grindy game as it is. So it's already grindy, it's already very repetitive, so why should we do challenge rifts over and over again as well? And we don't get anything out of them. Like if you should be able to get some sort of extra reward if you get into the top 10 or crack top 5 or something like that. It should be like, you know, different tiers of rewards, different levels of rewards depending on the time that you get. Obviously, if you get rank 1, you should get something pretty awesome for it. Maybe a primal or something. Maybe top 10, you know, get some legendaries or, I don't know. Oh! And just be careful. Like I said, it's a squishy build, so we just died there. But that's alright, it's only one death. And with the Rift Guardian, be super careful not to take any damage. Especially these elemental snowballs flying around. Because we are squishy, we can take a lot of damage. But as I was saying, I wouldn't mind some rewards for getting some awesome times. Like we don't really get anything now except for materials. How about let's, you know, up the stakes a little bit, Blizzard, and how about if you like get top 10 or top 5 or something like that, you get a special reward. And if you ever get rank 1, you get something super special like a primal. But anyway, just putting it out there because there's really not much reason for people to want to do challenge rifts except for a bit of a material boost, which you can get all the same materials doing bounties anyway. But regardless, thank y'all for tuning in. This is Challenge Rift 92. I am your creepy uncle. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And if you haven't already, subscribe here on YouTube. And most importantly, keep coming back to the same creepy place at the same creepy time to visit your favorite creepy person. This ugly guy right here. Love you all. See you again real soon.